Here we have a 1995 Jeep Wrangler YJ series with the square headlights. Ask me if I care. I don't. This has been a great vehicle. I've had it about 25 years. So this year I pulled it in and I did some work to it. I tuned up the motor. I put in a new oil pan. I did the transmission lines. Here's the really important part. There's nothing on YouTube to show you how to do the transmission lines to the transmission. And that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to show you how to make transmission lines that fit this thing perfectly. And you know what? It worked out great. You can see other videos where they do up to the front here. That's nothing. Anybody can do that. But I made them. It works. Thanks for checking it out. Stay tuned. This is going to get good. Alrighty, so up under the YJ Jeep, there's what the original clip looks like and the original hose. You can see at the rubber point is where I cut everything and re-spliced it all and made new stuff going back. That was the culprit. All right, so this is for reference. Here's the original part on the Jeep. Inside there is where the pipe normally slides in. There is usually a ribbed section of pipe here, and there was a plastic clip that sort of holds it all together. This is just for reference. Here's the other piece that I was able to find on the internet that actually fit with the threads correctly, had that ribbed section in there. And in a perfect world, if I had the correct pipe with the rib in it, like the little bump right there, it would have just clipped right in. I did this, I put this piece in and put the pipe back on, and it still leaked. It wasn't until I realized that the top of the pipe had a crack in it. So this is what I ended up doing. And we'll get into it a little further. Here's your part number. Take a close look at that. This is a compression fitting on one side here, which I'll show you the rest after. But I wanted to stop for a minute and just get it with it. And this side fits perfectly into the transmission side. So this is just for reference. Hopefully this is enough footage. So here's part of the plan. So this side is going to screw into the transmission, and this side is what you call a compression fitting. Okay. I'm going to take this apart and show you how to do it. All right, folks, so this is the piece that I'm going to be making. So essentially all these parts are going to be in place of this. Okay. Talked about that earlier. So I cut this down. And you always want to, this is called a compression fitting. Take a look at this before I put it together. You always want to put your nut on there first. And then there's what they call a sleeve. Other people call it different things. You take this sleeve and you slide it over your 3/8. Okay. Then this piece right here is going to go right like this. Now, compression fittings have had a bad rap. When you do them the right way, they will work. They will last forever. I recommend don't do these for brakes. This is for a transmission line I'm making. So anyways, I'm going to tighten this down, making sure I'm pushing down on this so it's all inside there. So this is how it looks, and this is how we're going to tighten it up. It's actually pretty simple. We just want to make sure this tube stays in there. In this case, I have a 16 millimeter on the outside and a 9/16 on the inside. Okay. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So I'm just going to take this and turn it. Remember that sleeve we were looking at earlier? What that's doing is crushing around the tube right now. I know it's a little wiggly. I don't have it on a workbench. And a couple of twists like this. And you'll kind of know when to stop. I mean, this is how I do it. See that there? So now, essentially, this tube is permanently in there. It will not come out. The next step is I'm going to screw this into the side of the transmission. I'm going to run a rubber hose that goes this way, and then I'm going to continue on with the pipe like this. I'll leave all the part numbers at the end of the video after you like and subscribe. Here it is. I'm going to screw this in first, attach that, and attach this. So if you look closely, you can see that compression fitting goes in the transmission. I have the bended tube there. I'm going to put the, at the end of this video, I'm going to take a picture of all the part numbers that I used to make this work. There's one, there's two, I've already fired it up and made sure nothing leaks. I used new clamps, and I did have to drop the front drive shaft to get to all this. So at the end of this video, I'm going to do all the part numbers. Thanks for checking it out. Mercury Capri RS50 on his winter project to plow. And we'll see you out there. All right, here it's running with no leaks. Very happy. So Crown Automotive Sales in Canton, Mass has been great to me. They've sourced a lot of parts that I cannot find. Here's some of their information. I highly recommend them. Here's that rubber piece. Here's the compression fitting. Ask for Kevin Rittenhouse. And lastly, here's that part that would have worked if the pipe had survived, the original one. Thanks for checking it out, and we will see you out there.